welcome back. And it's been a while since we made our last video, and today we're going to be talking about how to find the value of trigonometric functions. So trig means triangle. It's a Greek word, it means triangle, and metric means measurement. So if you say trigonometry, it means measuring of triangle. So today we're going to be looking at 6 trigonometric functions by using Pythagorean theory, which is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared, all by using the secateurs. So let's take a look here. There's a triangle, and there's a, b, and c. This is our base here, this is our height, and this is the hypotenuse. So now the first part that we're going to learn is the Pythagorean theory, which is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. That's the Pythagorean theory. And another thing that we are going to cover here is we are actually going to talk about SOCAR. The SOCAR means sine is equal to opposite of hypotenuse. This is a cosine is equal to opposite is equal to adjacent of hypotenuse. And tangent is equal to opposite of adjacent. So that's what we're looking. So let's say this is A, this is our A here, this is B, and this is C. So if we are looking for this angle right here, this angle is a 90-degree angle right here. It measures a 90 degree because it's a straight line. But we have our angle here. This, we are going to name this as angle theta. So to get the measurement of this angle theta, what we're going to do is we're going to use a sine, which is a sine theta is equal to opposite. This is our opposite, which is B. Opposite over hypotenuse, which is C, is going to be hypotenuse. That's the first part of our angle. And the cosine, this one right here, the cosine theta is equal to A, which is adjacent, over hypotenuse. And now we have a tangent. So it's tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. So far we have 3 of them, and we need 6 trigonometric functions. So we have a first one, second one, and then the third one. Sine theta is equal to opposite of hypotenuse, cosine theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. So what we're going to do is let's give this one as a 3, this is 4. So let's get what would be our hypotenuse. In order for us to get this one here, you can either use a squared over b squared. A squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. And for us to do that, what we are going to do is this one here is going to be our adjacent. This is going to be our opposite. And this is going to be our hypotenuse. So in order for us to get this one here, to get this angle, we are going to take adjacent square plus opposite square is equal to hypotenuse square. And now our adjacent here is 3. So it's going to be 3 squared plus our opposite. Our opposite is 4. So it's going to be 4 squared is equal to C, which we don't know, is going to be our hypotenuse square. So the square of 3 is going to be 9 here, then plus our square of 4 is going to be 16. This is giving to you our hypotenuse is going to be 6 squared. Hypotenuse squared is going to be 9 plus 16 is giving you 25. So this will be our hypotenuse. But once we get this one here, because there's a square, what we do is we put this in under square roots. And this is giving us the square root of 25 is 5. So our hypotenuse here is 5. So now, so we have our adjacent, which is 3. Our opposite is 4. Our hypotenuse here is 5. We have a 3 trigonometric function. We are going to look at the other 3. The other 3, what we are going to do is we are actually going to this right here. So sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, so sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. This is equal to cosecant. So cosecant is equal to the reciprocal, which is a hypotenuse over opposite. So there's a 1 and 2. Another one here is going to be a cosine. So cosine theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. This is equal to, it was a cosecant, this is going to be secant. So secant theta is equal to, reciprocal is going to be hypotenuse over adjacent. And now the last but not least is going to be tangent. So tangent is going to be tan theta. Theta is equal to, our tangent here was opposite of adjacent, which is opposite over adjacent. So which is equal to, the reciprocals of tangent here is going to be cotangent. So cotangent is going to be cot theta is equal to adjacent reciprocals of adjacent over opposite. And now we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We were able to get our 6 trigonometric functions. So if your sine theta was what is it? Sine is equal to opposite of a hypotenuse. Opposite was a 4 over hypotenuse. Now this one here is going to be opposite, which is 4 over hypotenuse, which is a 5. Now because this is our vice versa, like the reciprocal, is going to be 5 over 4. And our cosine here, what is our cosine? Equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Our adjacent here was 3, and our hypotenuse was 5. So this was a 3 over 5. But this one here, because it's a secant, is going to be 5 over 3. Now our tangent tan theta was opposite of adjacent. Our opposite was 4 over adjacent 3. So it was 4 over 3. But the cotangent is going to be 3 over 4. And this is our 6 trigonometric functions. And I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. And thank you so much for your time. Let's see you again in the next video.